Let's see how hard I fail at parkour, shall we? Game starts after you insert the key to level 0, and we're in!
What are you doing in here? You should leave as soon as possible. The Endermen attacked us during our mission and a virus spread all around the space station. You want to help? But how? You brought a vaccine with you? Oh my sweet darling, you're really here to help us. But how will we distribute it amongst the astronauts? Oh, I know. Leave the bottle with me. I will keep an eye on it, and you go to the laboratory and seek Professor Dark Oak. He is our chief chemist. I am sure he will have a great idea and will be glad to help you. Yeah, I'm quite sure he will.
And like Polly advised me, I head to level 1.
Who let you inside? Polly? What she's up to again? You brought a vaccine and want to distribute it? Well, then you're surely looking for Professor Dark Oak. Me and the other chemists locked themselves inside the laboratory. They were worried something was going to get inside or get outside, something like that. Anyways, the door to the library is locked. So well, I think the prof hid the key to the lab somewhere inside the office next door. I would love to help you, but I gave up searching. He probably has a secret safe somewhere. Sneaky old man.
I found the safe underneath the table, grabbed the key, put it in a barrel, and the door was open. I ran into the next best room, found sweet berries, juked Professor Dr. Salt, and then went ahead to the room where Professor Dr. Dark Oak was.
You idiot! Do you have a death wish? Haven't you seen what happened to Dr. Salt? The virus does not only kill, sometimes it also mutates. A vaccine, you say? Let's assume not everyone here is infected. How would we distribute a vaccine, I know, the ventilation. But what do I care? I'm going to die anyways. Or worse. You know what? Why not? I help you. If you help me, that is. It's too late for me, but I want to spend my last days with my cute little dogs Fluffy and Puffy.
To open the doors, I triggered the pressure plate with a sweet berry and was greeted by Professor Sprout. You're not allowed to touch or hit any mobs that are named. That's why I choose the left door instead of the right. Lured Professor Dr. Dofri away and ran towards the stairs before the profs caught up with me. On the upper floor, I then found the dogs, Fluffy and Puffy. Seemed like they mutated as well. I got them into one corner and then waited until they weren't aggroed anymore at me. There is honey underneath the slabs, so you need to keep a distance between you and the dogs. But I made it. Pressing buttons like Greenwood and et voila, see some opening.
What the hell was that? Fluffy and Puffy my ass! I can't tell the professor what happened here. Maybe I could lie and bring him something else.
With the bowl in my hand, I jumped down and told Professor Dark Oak what happened.
Where are my pups? Dead? My sweet little papas dead? Now all hope is truly lost. Thank you for the bowl. It can catch my tears. What happened to Professor Sprout and Professor Dr. Dofri? Also dead, you say? Please, just leave me here to die in peace. The other astronauts, I don't care anymore. Here, go to the biodome. Maybe they are interested.
I received the key to level 2 and went there. For your information, I already played this game a few times and the level 2 is my absolute favorite level of all.
You probably met Professor Dark Oak before coming to us. What is he up to again? He is extremely happy you want to spread a vaccine to all astronauts? That kind of doesn't sound like him. Well, we could use the oxygen generator and vents. Second step would be to visit Engineer Paul and bring the solar panels to full capacity. But do you really want to do it? We are already infected and just waiting for death or to turn into a strange mutant. I already locked up Vintage Potato beneath us and hid his transition before the other astronauts. They do not need to know what fate is awaiting them. Well, I will help you if you help me. Before I die or end up like my friend, I would love to taste my favorite food again, a glistering melon. There are melons in the back. God nuggets? Ask the others. I already used up mine.
A glistering melon is made of a melon slice and 8 gold nuggets. So that's what we have here. A quest level area with 8 tasks to get 8 gold nuggets. First I got some carrots and in a second you see why I did that.
A gold nugget? Sure, you could give me some bone meal for that. Very good for your skin.
Now you can see where I got carrots. I needed to compost them to get the bone meal. And since I haven't gotten enough, I used my berries as well. There is a station where I can grab berries later. And yeah, got my bone meal and head back to the professor. 1 of 8 nuggets received. Let's see what the next task is.
Oh, a wandering trader? Do you sell lightning rods?
Haha, wandering trader, funny guy. But I know where I got my copper ingots from. And yeah, it's just like spamming buttons again, as Green would. Then I needed to craft a lightning rod. We don't have a crafting table on this level, but we have something else there. Up in the ceiling, you can maybe see it there. And over there is a snow golem, where I can get something to throw from. So I grabbed snowballs. And triggered the target block to activate the crafter and got my lightning rod.
My bum is kinda itchy. Maybe if I rub a fermented spider eye on it. The fungus will soothe, hopefully, the soreness of my bum.
Little bit disgusting, this conversation, but well, I grabbed some sweet berries. Found the soothing fungus. Blah. And made my way to the locked away spider to get some strings for later tasks and of course the spider eye I needed for the fermented spider eye. The items will drop if you activate the lever, but since I already had one or few more tries into that parkour, there were already some up there and I just needed to get there. I dropped down onto the powdered snow. I made my way to the last final bit I needed for the fermented spider eye to get some sugar. Now usually sugar is made of sugarcane in Minecraft, but there is also different ways to get sugar. And yeah, that's a honey bottle. It's a bit evil of Dofri to rename it so you don't get the recipe for that, but I know Minecraft, so that was no problem for me. We already got 3 gold nuggets, and I decided to do 1 or 2 tasks which were pretty easy, and for that I needed chorus fruit, which is directly in these corners. So I went downstairs and just grabbed a few. Fun fact, you just need to press 1 button, but I think it's funny that everyone is pressing 3 buttons here. And as a good wife, I always tidy up when I'm playing this game, so Dofri keeps his sake.
I know Professor Dr. Dofri forbid us to break blocks, but maybe he would allow to break melons. Yeah, I'm sure he would. Where to find melons? How should I know? I can remember the sweet pumpkin pies my grandmother made. Oh, to taste it just one more time. I would give everything for a pumpkin pie. Well, at least a gold nugget it is.
Don't fall for this trap, guys. It's just a jack-o'-lantern.
You're looking for a gold nugget? I have one. Maybe you would trade for an android? Yes, an android. Almost as bright as the sun.
Bright as the sun, he says. I only see a glowstone ball, but let's find out if I get anything from that. Surely I got a blaze rod from that, but I need something to cook my chorus fruit. But luckily, there's an oven there where I can just put it in and it spits it out afterwards for me. While waiting for the chorus fruit, I already prepped the next item.
Did you hear what my girlfriend wants for our next date? A candle. A candle? How shall I get a candle on a space station?
50% done! Yay! And again, tidying up the game.
Günther won't shut up about blistering melons. Stefan can stop talking about pumpkin pies. But do you know what's the true only delicacy? A popped chorus fruit, of course.
We grabbed the rest of the pop chorus fruit, gave one away to the astronaut, and used the rest to make some androids. So 6 out of 8 tasks were already done by this point, and we still needed 2 more tasks to get our last 2 nuggets, for which I needed a fishing rod. But where were the sticks? I couldn't harvest the bamboo, so I was looking around and finding another dispenser. I got the sticks I needed, and then went to the place where we will need to fish the melons and pumpkins for our 2 last tasks. I just made sure that there is enough to fish, and then I went back to the crafter to craft my fishing rod. How do you craft a fishing rod? You need 3 sticks and 2 strings. You place the 3 sticks in a diagonal and use the 2 strings on the last bit downwards. At first, it took me a while to get some pumpkins and melons off the wall, which I skipped out here in the video. But then I got more than enough to also have food for some later levels, and yeah, went on and fulfilled the last 2 tasks. I did not only break 1 melon block, I broke 3, used 1 for the task, saved some for later for the glycerin melon, and the rest I took to level 3. But I missed something, which you will see in a minute, to really get all the tasks done by now. That was an egg. I needed to do the 1 final parkour on this level, which is also the stickiest and slimiest parkour you can ever get on this game. The slime parkour works out best for me if I don't rush it, so I take every single jump by its own and always make sure to crouch so I don't fall off the slime block by the bounciness. And yeah, I failed in the last jump in my first try, but then on the second try I made it. The kind Nash provided me with more than enough eggs. I jumped down onto the powdered snow and just crafted up the pumpkin pie and brought it back to the last dude. I wanted to get more pumpkin to craft up some more pumpkin pie, but after realizing that I will die in level 3 anyways and probably will lose all the stuff I had on me, I gave up that thought really quickly and just headed to the crafter to craft a clustering melon.
That was yum! The O2 generator is made by German engineers. It runs with potatoes. Duh! Vintage potato is guarding them though. That's the true reason why it's not running.
Well, I tried to lure Vintage Potato away, but was a bit too slow, so he hit me twice. Then I died and I had to try over again. With the juking, it was working out a bit better, and I got to the room to get the German potato. I wanted to get my health back up, so I waited a bit until he lost interest in me, tried to get my pumpkin pie back, which was a good idea for that. And yeah, restored more health and then just rushed through it. I used the slime block elevator, got out there and dispensed the potato to activate the O2 generator, which gave me the key to level 3, which is also known the level which really tests your endurance.
This door should be locked. We can't let the Endermen get inside. Professor Dark Oak and Günther sent you here? What for? Spreading a vaccine? You reactivated the O2 generator? If you turned the solar panels to full capacity, we could surely provide endurance with enough power to spread the vaccine through the vents. You're right. But for that, you would have to talk with Engineer Paul. He is the only one who can control them. Unfortunately, he is quite the introvert and built an annoying parkour on the way to his office. Only a true Cubscriber can reach him.
I am not kidding that if Engineer Paul made the parkour so tedious that I'm really surprised that anyone could ever reach him. But let's get through the details. Level 3 is a purely parkour level with different aspects of parkouring through the stages. So we get quite easy parkour like the redstone parkour here. Then further ahead you can see drip leaf parkour, and there will be more shenanigans going on. Right now we have 2 doors, one to the left, one to the right, and 2 buttons. So I try to get the buttons first and then see what awaits me on each wing. Since I failed the jump, I decided to go to the first door, which was already open. But yeah, look for yourself. GG, I think that was nothing. After a few more tries, I reached the second button, which would open hopefully the right door then. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what to do on this level. And yeah, pushed it and went ahead. Well, I failed a few more jumps, but then finally I got a good run and made it to the last wing. So if you ever play this game, don't get too frustrated. It takes a bit of time to get through each level and to get used to the different jumps you have to make. Hitting the respawn anchor is an absolute necessity if you want to keep your sanity on this level, otherwise you just get frustrated over and over and over again. Fun fact, I'm afraid of heights, so those wing jumps are really scaring me, but I made it quickly through and then I was already at the next stage with the drip leaf parkour. My tip for the drip leaf parkour is, you've got more time than you think, but not enough time. So I tried not to rush it, but also take not too much time to think about every step I had to make. So in the second attempt I got it and it was fine for me, but I get that people are struggling a bit with that parkour. Ladies and gentlemen, now onto the hardest part, beside another part of this level. That's why hitting the respawn anchor again, very important. I got so frustrated about this part while testing. Right now it's fine for me and I didn't take too many attempts to make it, but still, this part stresses me really out about this level. In the original design, there were many more glass panes than just a single one, and it was really a pain to jump from one to each other. I think I died over 120, 130 times just on this special location, so I'm glad that it got a bit easier and yeah, I nearly lost my sanity here for real. The next jumps are somewhat tedious but not hard to get. It's a time parkour and you don't fall down very much, you shouldn't get much damage, but you need to remember what each jump is like, so it's more likely that you need more time in the first jumps than when you already did triple the time or whatsoever. Basically you have static blocks here and moving blocks, and you just need to focus on the timing. If you do that, it's a really easy level and you can nearly just rush through it.
The door seems to be locked from the other side, but I'm sure there is another way inside.
I think this jump here is the hardest one, because you kinda have to jump while the block is still retracted to get it right, otherwise you don't have enough time to jump to the next block. Apart from that, the rest of the blocks were just really easy to rush through, and I was happy when I got to the next respawn anchor. Now onto my favorite ring jump thingy area, before I get to the absolute worst part of this parkour. I usually fail so many times there, but let's see what happens today. So what lies ahead of us is a parkour across a lava lake, and the blocks aren't static, they are moving, so you just have a very specific time frame to get across it. Then Dofri not only added the timed blocks which are retracting, but he also added one and then another beacon effect for jump boost. So you start the parkour, then after a while you get jump boost 1, and then after a while jump boost 2, and it really messes up your speed hugely. This time I don't know what I did, but I made it in the first run. But of course I wanted to taste the hot sauce, so I just jumped in there one or twice or triple, I don't know, before I headed to the next step of this area.
Engineer Paul seems to be dead. The virus even reached the far parts of the space station. Is there any hope left now that I can't reprogram the solar panels and distribute the vaccine? There has to be something I can still do. All those struggles cannot go to waste. Maybe if I search the library, I can find something interesting.
Back to spam clicking buttons, dealing with jump boost 2, which actually helps in this area but not with the first jump, and figuring out how to get to the top to maybe find something useful.
Morons. All of them. All of us infected. We are going to die. The station should have never taken this mission. Hunting with a research vessel? Who is that stupid? And the captain is the worst. Knowing we'll all die, he hit the hard drive with all our knowledge.
The engineer mentioned a hard drive with all data endurance collected. Maybe I can find the captain of the station and convince him to bring it back to our planet. I found Paul's key though. Maybe it will open the way back.
Sure enough, the door opened. I received the key to level 4, and then I head back across the spruce slab, plank walk, to get to level 4. Overall, I really enjoyed level 3 this time. It went very smooth for me, and I'm happy how it turned out. Entering level 4, another parkour awaits us, and of course I failed the first jumps due to my anxiety of height, but the rest went pretty smooth. I'm very proud that I got the double jump thingy right, so you have to jump before you do the actual jump to get across. This was always a struggle of mine, and getting it the first time right, just perfect on this run. So yeah, parkour went great, and you will see what's coming next.
The door opens if I win a game of rock, paper, scissors against their computer? How brilliant! Is there an award?
Yeah, my go-to choice with rock, paper, scissors is usually paper, so whenever you play against me, here's the tip.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wait, stop! You're looking for the captain? You want to save the hard drive with all our research? Well, yeah, sure. Do me a favor beforehand, though. Kill 4 of the Endermen. That's how many of my cats they killed. And I will give you the hard drive. Yes, I have it. And after that, you can leave Endurance. There's nothing more to discover. No secret door will open.
Oh man, this lady seems to have a slight problem with Endermen. So let's get onto it. We try to get 4 pearls from Endermen. Hopefully the drop rate is on our side. In the next room we have the plank area, but on the walls there are possibilities that you can hide under blocks that are sticking out. They are on a timer, and if you're not fast enough then they retract and you get killed if you're not fast enough in running away. So that's what happened to me there. It was kind of unfortunate that I switched the places and then the second place just retracted as well. I got back into there, killed the Enderman, and then I grabbed some berries from a back room. There's also another thing you could grab from there, but you have to find out for yourself. And then I went on, killed some more Endermen, tried to get the pearls, and brought it back to Karen. I got the hard drive, and I could have left the level at this point, but I know that something changed and I wanted to keep going, so I needed one more Ender Pearl to get further and get a bit more of loot and treasure for the rest of the runs. We are getting close to the end of the game, and I just wanted to say, of course I didn't spoil all the secrets and all the treasures you could find and get when you explore the game properly, because I know that some subscribers will watch it and maybe try to get some sneak previews, so you have to play the game for yourself, and I just gave away the main quest line for everyone else to watch.
Leave this place. You are not our goal. We won't attack you if you leave us alone. We? The villains? Funny little subscriber. We are the ones seeking revenge. They are the ones who hunted us, slaughtered our families, just for our eyes. I don't care if you trust me or not. I am going to break into the control center and shut down this station. You can help me in my ref, if you want.
So the astronauts were hunting Endermen for their eyes. They call Ender Pearls. Can it be really true? Should I trust General Spock? Or try to find the captain of Endurance and retrieve the research he secured?
Oh, finally a subscriber. I tried to secure our station's hard drive, but the Endermen are everywhere. You killed them and brought a vaccine with you? Very interesting news. Where is it now? With Polly? Polly? Oh, that old cow surely already sold it to someone. We have to hurry and head back, but not before blowing those bastards sky high. Thank you very much for saving me and Endurance. We should head back to Polly before it's too late for me. Too late. God damn it! How are the others doing? Even worse than I do? Well, a vaccine would have been helpful a few days ago. Now it seems we are all about to die. But not you, of course. Yes, of course! Here, please take this hard drive. I wanted to bring it back to CS4TT, but it seems you will have to take over the duty. And please tell Polly that she's a bitch.
And that was Endurance. A full game, it's not even a mini game, a full game with a lot of storyline. There's also a different ending, which I won't spoil here. I preferred this one now, and I want to thank some people for playtesting the game, like Night and Cast. They did excellent jobs with that, on getting the jumps right and the difficulties, etc. Then Seven Fries, who was always in touch with Dofri about Redstone and delivering tons of Closestone. Thank you Tsutsumi for reading the books and correcting them, etc, etc. Eichling for all the storyline feedback that it fits into the server storyline as well. Thank you Dofri for creating such a wonderful game. I think everyone is loving it, even though some have more or less difficulties with it. You're already on to the next one, I know that. So that will be a hype as well. And then there's me, which was just there as a moral support for Dofri, decorating stuff, and of course playtesting as well. It was tons of fun and I cannot wait for the next game Dofri is creating. And of course I will play this one as well. See you soon and bye bye!